Hello and welcome to my channel, Inviting Possibilities Tarot. My name's Rachelle and I'm doing a reading for the collective. Starting with some prosperity dust. Okay. Let's start with some angel cards. Always. Not always, but usually. Ooh, we've got compassion. Two angels hugging. Vision. So there's an angel with its hand over one eye looking at a, what are those called? It's not a vision board. Maybe, I'm not sure. It's a chart. It's an eye chart. It says soul, sight, future on that eye chart. Vision board. Compassion and vision. Okay. So I'm just gonna look at what's your where are you at right now? I'm gonna use my Modern Life Oracle. Where are you at? What's your current energy? What's your current energy? The human charger in reverse. Did I say this is the Modern Life Oracle? Parallel Parker Pro in reverse. Chronic multitasker upright. Okay. Let's see what's going on here. Need my glasses. I'm gonna read a little bit. First of all, let's look at this human charger in reverse. It makes me think that, of like, being, like, giving way too much energy. Being out of energy. 29. Okay. Reversed, you're running on empty. Yep. Time to find a power source that isn't a caffeine drip. Is that your eye twitching, or are you trying to wink in Morse code? When this card appears reversed, your internal battery is flashing red. You're one small inconvenience away from either collapsing into a puddle of exhaustion or achieving nuclear fusion. It might be time to unplug before you short circuit. I can totally relate to this. What's Parallel Parker Pro in reverse? I wish they put these in alphabetical order or numbered them or something. Ooh, 42, the answer to life, the universe, and everything. Reversed, you're stuck in a rut, literally and figuratively. Time to try a new approach. Uh-oh, did you just knock over a row of trash cans when attempting to park? When this card appears reversed, your usual smooth moves are more like a demolition derby. You're hitting every metaphorical curb, your spatial awareness has gone on vacation, and you're seriously considering just abandoning your car and walking everywhere. Stuck in a rut. Running on empty, stuck in a rut, feeling exhausted and overwhelmed. It's time to take a rest and try a new approach. So, chronic multitasker. I feel like even in the upright, that's a little bit like, that's number 15. You're busy. You are very busy. No matter what, you are busy. You're juggling life like a pro circus performer. Don't drop the ball. When the chronic multitasker card pops up, probably while you're doing 3 other things, you're in the zone. Your plate spinning your way through life's buffet with impressive dexterity. Your ability to keep multiple plates in the air is admirable. Just be careful not to confuse your metaphorical plates with your literal ones, or dinner might end up on your laptop. So you're busy and you're handling your shit. You're doing a good job. But you're skirting that razor's edge. Or riding the razor's edge, however you say that. You're really close to burnout. And really needing to figure out how to rest or make time to rest. To figure out like what you need to get done in a different way. Maybe it has to do with reprioritizing what you have going on. You need to put self-care at the top of your list, not as an afterthought. And it's so funny because I just had a conversation with a friend about this. I have a lot of people in my life who are doers and don't always remember to prioritize themselves. My mom, she's the first person in my life who I have seen do this, and so there's just kind of I don't know, like I feel like in a lot of cases, or in some cases, life happens. There's a lot going on. I can relate to this. There's certain things that you can't help. You got to make sure, you get those things done. For me, for example, I have a kid who is very busy, and there's a lot going on, especially during the school year. But it's like then other things come up, and I have made choices, and there are things that I could maybe like chill out a little bit and give myself a little bit of time someday. I keep meaning to, and then stuff keeps coming up. I can't help it. And I know whoever I'm talking to probably has a similar thing. It's like, I got a lot going on. I got to take care of the stuff. But there's somehow there's some way that you can kind of, but I don't know, figure things out, do things in a slightly different way, or like maybe some things don't have to get done today. Maybe you can push those out a little bit, just so you can give yourself a little bit of time and space for personal care, for taking care of your own needs, for resting. Okay, enough with the lecture. So that's what's going on. What's on your mind? I feel like, well, let's see. Before I say anything, let's just look at what's on your mind. I'm going to use the Osho Zen. What's on your mind? Because it could be that, you're really busy, and that could be like, sometimes that's a way to avoid dealing with stuff that is on your mind. Sometimes it's just circumstantial, but let's see, what's on your mind? Suppression. That's pretty much what I'm talking about. 10 of fire, suppression. You're so busy because you're suppressing something. You're suppressing something something's on your mind. Something heavy. Feels like a burden. It's like you're covered in ropes here, but you can shake these ropes off very easily. This is kind of a self-inflicted, you're suppressing something that is plaguing you, bugging you. Participation, 4 of fire, having to do with participation, collaboration, you're suppressing something around, I don't know, partnership, or, like some kind of giving and receiving situation. existence, Magician. This is Virgo and Gemini energy. Oh, it could be that you're busy. You're busy. You're doing a lot of, there's a lot of like giving and receiving here. And here's your rest. You're separating from the group. You're separating from all the busyness, all the doing. So that you can get reacquainted with yourself, back in touch with yourself. This is you, you know, here, like we have all the clouds up here. The sky is kind of, you can't see the sky. I mean, well, it's full of clouds. Technically, you can see the sky. I'm a little tired. It's like the mind is just kind of, what's the word? You can't see something clearly because you're suppressing something. You're not dealing with something. And so here you are. So this participation, it could be where you're part of the group and then you kind of leave the group because you're like, I just need to be alone in order to get the clarity, in order to see things clearly, see beyond the clouds part. You have a better vision of the future, of your self, of what your soul wants and needs. It can also be where participating in a group helps you get out of this kind of burdensome energy. It's very bright. Okay. And kind of gets you out of your head because you're busy with people, and then that kind of shifts the energy for you, and then you're like, okay, I'm gonna take some time on my own to just commune with the cosmos, which is like communing with yourself. You're taking some time here, wishing on a star, wishing on a shooting star. Yeah. You're allowing yourself to just exist. This is good. This is what you're thinking about. Maybe this is like literally what's happening, like as I'm doing this reading. You're like, oh yeah, I am kind of busy. Maybe I do need to take some time for myself. So what kind of actions? That's what's on your mind. Something heavy. But you're thinking about like how you can handle it, how you can take care of yourself as you handle other things. And so, what are your next actions? Let me see about this one. Edgar Allan Poe. I just saw 1333 on the timer. My Edgar Allan Poe tarot. What are your next actions? You're thinking about being with people. You're thinking about being alone. Thinking about all the things you need to do, giving and receiving. And you're being honest with yourself about the fact that you're suppressing something. What are your next actions, though? 8 of Eyeballs. That's Wands. 8 of Wands. Well, you're taking action. Your next action is you're taking action. 4 of Crows. 4 of Cups. Knight of Hearts in reverse. This is Knight of Swords. Huh. What? I mean, you're taking action. You're going quickly. Wasn't that interesting, too? Oh, my God. There are pokey things through all of these eyeballs. Vision. It's like you're taking action, but like your vision is, I don't know if it's obscured. Kind of makes me think of what's going on here. But, you know, pokey things in the eyeballs through the pupil. There's something to do with your vision as you take action, which is causing you to feel a certain way. It's causing you to feel kind of restless, distressed, kind of, like disgruntled came to mind. Like you're kind of, I don't know, like you're doing without fully seeing, or you're taking action, but you're not happy with the results. And there's a stagnant energy here. It's like tell me more. What is, okay, first of all, okay, so let's clarify this Eight of Eyeballs here. King of Crows in reverse. Yeah, there's some, this has to do with this emotional this suppression. You're suppressing some kind of emotions because the emotions feel kind of out of control. And so your way of handling it has been to keep yourself very busy. Because you feel emotionally imbalanced. Knight of Crows in reverse. Yeah. Yeah, and so you're taking action, but you don't see clearly because you don't have a handle on your emotions regarding something, regarding your life. I don't know. There's something here that maybe I can clarify this suppression, but you know, it makes sense why you would be feeling like whatever you're doing, you're taking action, you're communicating, you're doing something. There's a forward movement, but there is, I don't know, you're not seeing clearly because you're emotionally, there's emotional chaos. Okay, Page of Crows here. This is clarifying the Four of Crows. Page of Crows. The Hierophant in reverse. It's like you're trying to communicate something in a new way, and it's not landing. You're trying to do something, or I mean, it could be an apology. You're trying to show up. You're trying to get a handle on your emotions. You're trying something new, something different, something out of the box, but you're not happy with the results. And so this Knight of Hearts here in reverse, what's this? Judgment. Scorpio energy. Jeez Louise. King of Hearts in reverse. Oh. Ace of Hearts in reverse. Wow. This has to do with somebody in charge who is not awesome. No wonder you're stagnant, because you're calling judgment, or some kind of judgment is being called on this King of Hearts in reverse, and there's something about not having clarity. Maybe it's this king that doesn't have clarity. It's not speaking the truth. There's this lies, so many lies just coming out of this dude's mouth. I say dude because it's a king. It can be anybody. It's just energy. But there is definitely some kind of judgment call here on somebody. Because it's like what you're doing isn't, it's like you're trying to do something different. You don't like the results, but it has to do with the fact that somebody here, I don't know if what they're lying about, it must be that what they're lying about is affecting you, because it's causing you to feel stagnant or be stagnant, like you can't move forward. Something, yeah, there's this feeling of like dissatisfaction, feeling unhappy, feeling like you don't have control over a situation. And so it makes sense why your emotions are all over the place, because you're just like, okay, I don't have control over this situation. Someone is like blatantly lying, or they're just being just super douche about something, and you're like, what? Okay, so I'm just gonna, like, what do I have control over? Okay, I'm just keep myself busy. I'm gonna do what I can do, or I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna try and do my best to connect, to give and receive, and take time for myself. But like, yeah, this is a struggle. You're on the struggle bus because of dealing with somebody who's not cool. All right. Well, let's see then. What to expect? What can you expect moving forward? Because this too shall pass. Everything changes. Are we? Wow. Okay. What to expect moving forward? Let me get some cards from my Modern Witch Tarot. What can you expect moving forward? King of Swords, upright. I like to see that. By the way, we have air signs here. My brain. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. The Devil in reverse, Capricorn. I like to see that. Oh, this is so good. Death. Scorpio. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you're okay. So you're like, well, the best way to deal with the nonsense is to match someone's energy, except that it's not, you're not being a super douche back to somebody because you have integrity. You're like, okay, so you're having kind of a, like, you're coming to yourself. You're like figuring out what, like, okay, because emotions are all over the place. You're like, let's just set those emotions aside for a minute. Let's just focus on the facts. And so you're being really honest. You're being very logical and rational in the face of someone who is totally the opposite and confusing. They're just, yeah, that energy is not fun. And you're just like, you know what? I'm gonna deal with this. Like, you can't argue with the facts. So I'm just gonna show up and not let emotions be a part of the equation. And you are releasing yourself. Both of these. You're like, okay, I'm getting myself unstuck, unchained. These people are chained together. You're getting yourself unchained. You're saying, I'm not dealing with this nonsense anymore. I'm stating the facts, and I'm saying, no more, I'm done. This is done. And you're just very calm about it. We also have butterflies. We have 3 butterflies above the head of this this king, this feminine king. Everyone's feminine in this deck, but that must be why I was guided to choose this, because you're stepping into a feminine energy, which is about receiving, but the feminine king is about taking action and also being able and willing to receive. That's a part of this participation. That's what's on your mind. You want equal participation in whatever you are doing, whatever circumstance is being affected, whatever part of your life is being affected. And so you're saying no more. Okay, the cycle is done. We're good. I'm good. I'm leaving the scene. Bye-bye. So and I'm drawn over here to compassion. I think that you have so much compassion for, I don't know, maybe for people in general, or for this particular person who's causing this stagnancy, because you see that it's like they're their own worst enemy. You know, typically people end up like this because of their own not good situations and circumstances. And you have compassion for them. You're figuring out how to extract yourself and end a situation while still having compassion. You're not holding on to bitterness, or what are the other words, like resentment, anger. You're like, okay, I just know that this isn't good for me, and I need to leave the scene. And you are. I love this for you. This is so great. Okay. So, let's look at potential outcome. I mean, after you leave the scene, then what? Then what? Yeah, let me get some cards from my, this one. Good Tarot. The Good Tarot. Now what? Once you end something, once you transform, you walk away. Major transformation, by the way. Now what? We've got the Hierophant in reverse again. You're doing something different. You're like, okay, well, I was trying to do something outside of the box before. It wasn't totally working out, but I'm going to try again. 9 of Water in reverse. Still not working out. Ace of Fire. Ooh. Tell me more. Tell me about this 9 of Water here in reverse. Magician in reverse. King of Earth in reverse. What's happening here? Oh. Someone's not letting you walk away. Or they're not letting you go easily. We'll say that. You're saying something is over, I'm done. I'm going to try something new. I'm going to do something in a new way. And you have someone here trying to manipulate a situation and causing you some, like trying to mess with your wish fulfillment or something. And maybe it works for a time, but it doesn't last. Tell me more about this Hierophant in reverse. 5 of Air in reverse. Yeah, see, you're not interested in drama. You're not interested in the mind games, in getting caught up in. It's like you want to be honest. You want to be honest and forthright, and do things above board, very clear and clean. Lots of integrity. I love this for you. And someone here is like, it's like you leaving, you ending something is, I don't know, maybe they were like dependent on you for like finances or something. Oh wow, this is going long. It's fine. And oh, this might not be. It's like you doing something different is messing with somebody's wish fulfillment. This isn't yours, this is theirs. Someone's trying, maybe, I don't know, someone's trying to manipulate a situation. Master manipulator here. Trying because they feel a lack of abundance. This is someone who is really focused on the material, hyper focused, and they're not. It's like they have a nickel, they spend a dime. They pretend to have more than they do. And so they rely on people to keep them afloat, but pretend like they have everything, that they're the benefactor or whatever. But there's a lack of wish fulfillment here, whether for this person or for you, or they're trying to cause that. But we have this Ace of Fire. We have a new beginning here where you're like, well, let's see. Seven of Earth in reverse. Yeah. You're done being patient. You're done waiting to see what's going to happen. You're like, no, I'm closing out this cycle. I'm ready for something moon. I'm ready for something moon. I'm ready for something new. And here's the moon in reverse. You have clarity where this person does not. This person is like, this person is a piece of work. I will say that. And you're just like, you know what? I understand. Everything is illuminated. I know what I need to do. I'm ready for a new beginning and I'm moving in that direction. And, there's some kind of new, it's like feeling excited, feeling a desire to, whatever this new beginning is. What is it? What is this new beginning? The sun. I love this. Leo energy. Oh, and I forgot to say with the moon here, we have, Pisces, also Cancerian energy. And I forgot to say too with the Hierophant, this is Taurus. Did I forget anything else? So many things. It's fine. It's fine. We have water signs too. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Anyway, happiness. There's something you're doing that is you're really excited about. You're really excited about. Something just sunny and warm and makes you feel so good, and you're like, yeah, new beginning for me. And your wish fulfillment. This is the ultimate wish fulfillment, right? This is happiness. This is, you're just, everything's illuminated. We have the sunflowers. Like, we're coming into summer where I'm at in the northern hemisphere, so there could be something about like, as the weather gets warmer and the sun is shining and you're feeling so good and the sunflowers are blooming and you're just feeling happy and excited for a new beginning. Good. Love it. I love it. And it's like your vision of like listening to your soul, paying attention, figuring out, even though there's a period of time of suppression and kind of emotional chaos, you're getting a handle on that. And you have a big heart. You have a lot of compassion, and this is a huge part of what is helping things to work out for you. So, anything else before I go? Anything else? Anything else? I'll get a cheeky little message from Spirit. Why not? You're doing better than your inner critic wants to admit. Shh, don't let it hear us. Yeah, and that could be a part of this suppression, your inner critic. When you feel stagnant, when you feel stuck, the inner critic can get real loud. But it's like you are being made to believe that you're the problem. But you're not. And you're going to be figuring that out if you haven't already. Let me get one more. Stop asking for clarity and then arguing with it. Yeah, you're getting the clarity. You're like, you're getting the clarity. If it's not here yet, if you're still in this kind of like suppression, burdened, feeling overwhelmed, feeling so overwhelmed and like you can't see clearly, right? You're with all the action that you're taking, it's gonna all make sense. It really is. So sometimes we want clarity and we don't like what we see. And it could have to do with the fact that like maybe you have to set some boundaries or, you know, stand up for yourself. Maybe you have to, like, maybe you were really hoping that you didn't have to end this, but it's coming to a point where you're like, me or them, you know, and you're like, I'm putting me first because I have to, because that's the only way I'm going to truly be happy and go in the direction that makes sense, that feels exciting, right? Okay, I'm gonna leave it there. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day wherever you are in the world, and I will see you on the next video. Mwah.